there, my name is Matt Cole, co-producer of the Sexperts podcast, along with my great friend Brian Garrity. Before we begin, I just want to give huge thanks to our guest on this episode, Brittany, an improviser and sketch comedian from the Push Comedy Theater. And speaking of which, if you want to see some great shows in the Hampton Roads area in Norfolk, Virginia, then come check out Monocle, the improvised one-act play. I'm a member of that group, and it is going to be August the 3rd at 10 p.m. Tickets are $5. Get them online at pushcomedytheater.com. Then on August 4th, the following day, Saturday at 10 p.m. is the Ultimate Sketch Comedy Championship, and my group, The Bright Side, is going to be competing in that. Last but not least, on August 5th at 7 p.m. at the Push Comedy Theater is Good Talk, the Brad McMurran Show. It is the series finale. He's been doing this for 12 months now, and he's going to wrap it all up, and you can actually check out on Facebook Live. I host the official after show called Talking Brad. Without further ado, everything you're about to hear is made up on the spot, so please enjoy this next sex episode of...
Turn on your computer, dial up the web, download some information into your head. It's Dr. John and Delilah, they're having a great time. Gotta do it simply true, we're the Sexperts.
And we're recording, and intro music, and hi there, welcome to the Sexperts. I am your host, Dr. John T. Alanese, CPM, that's Certified Professional Midwife.
I'm Delilah Haydair, CEO of Eurodolly.
Eurodolly?
Eurodolly. We're opening up a Dollywood in Europe.
I love that. Well, it's funny that you mentioned that, because we're here at a sheep farm. We're here at a sheep farm in... Currituck County.
Yep.
And
doing some research.
We're doing some research. We're talking about sex.
Yep. And you know, people at home are probably chuckling, but sheep can teach us a lot about sex.
So don't chuckle.
Don't chuckle till you try it.
Fuckle. Anyways, but we are the Sexperts, and every week we come to you live, hopefully this is live, with a new topic of the week, talking about controversial sex topics that normally, don't chuckle, that normally people wouldn't talk about. You don't see this on, Montel, you don't see this on Sally Jesse,
no, and
Geraldo.
Sometimes it's too much for people, and that's why I'm glad to be here with these sheep, because sheep don't judge.
Sheep don't judge. I need that on bumper sticker. And let's get into our topic today, because it's actually a politically motivated one today.
Lay it on me, Brother John.
It's now get this. I hope you went to school. Did you go to school?
You don't become a sexpert by dropping out.
Well, I hope you took civics, because today's topic of the day is Bicameral Sexual Congress. Do you see?
DC?
Do you see?
I see.
Okay, so we're going to talk about the relationship between, maybe you are in a relationship with a Republican.
I feel like when you said that,
but you're a Democrat, but you're still having sex.
I feel like when you said that sheep smiled.
What, Republican?
No, when you said the topic of the day.
Oh, Bicameral Sexual Congress.
They're excited.
So we'll get all into the Sexual Congress in just a little bit. But why don't we introduce? Let's see our guests. Sorry. Sheep get me real excited. Hi there, welcome.
Hi. Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you for being here. Why don't you introduce yourself to our listeners out there?
Hello, listeners.
Hi.
My name is Ren Bagen, and I run a Rent-A-Friend service.
That is so wonderful, and I've actually used your service a couple of times, but just so everyone else can know, how does your service work?
Basically, if you're having some sort of social event and you don't feel like you can round up the appropriate numbers, you can reach out to me and I will show up, or I will bring nowadays some of my members, some of my employees to attend your event.
How many employees do you have on your payroll currently?
I have about 25.
That's awesome.
That's a lot of friends.
And I think we used all 25 at my birthday party, my last birthday party, which Delilah, you missed. But
I don't recall being invited.
I invited you in skywriting. Remember we were on the beach that day? And I said, hey, Delilah, look up.
The day I had the neck brace?
I mean, sometimes people do use our services. Maybe they have friends, but they don't think that they're cut out for a particular type of event. Maybe you want a little bit fancier of a party.
I've never...
Ouch. See, that's why I like this sheep. I would never hear that from a sheep.
Well, see, yeah, I knew that, you don't own a tuxedo, and, I used...
That used to be true. Now I'm going to all these like high-class events in Europe promoting Eurodolly. I've got tuxedos now.
So, what events do you cater, or not cater, but rent out most often?
I would say funerals are probably our most popular event.
So, so you work these events as well, right?
I don't attend as frequently as I did when I was first starting out, but
Yeah.
yes, I will occasionally show up.
You're more management now.
Yes.
So do you like...
Do you miss the day-to-day being out in the events?
I do. I miss interacting with people and
It's
really
the
getting to know why people don't like them.
It's the catch-22 of like you want to grow, but then it takes you away from what you love.
Exactly.
I am just fascinated with your service.
Same with me. I haven't seen actual Dolly Parton in like 6 months because I've been overseas.
You met her?
She hired me.
What?
She said, I see you. I've heard your podcast, and you are exactly who I need to spread my love, my cheer to the people of Europe.
That is the best accent I've ever heard you do.
You need to go over there and let them know that I will always love them.
Oh.
So I've been spending 6 months going around Europe telling them Dolly Parton will always love them.
Let your light shine down. So people hire you for funerals, and you used to work them. So did you actually turn on the waterworks? Did you actually like cry during these things?
Oh, yes. I've given the eulogy.
How do you do that? You've given the eulogy?
Some people have empathy, Judd.
Did you call me Judd?
Dr. John.
Call me Judd Hirsch.
Dr. Judd Hirsch. Dr. Judge Reinhold.
How do you cry? Like, how do you... No, what brings you...
Next week on the Sexperts. How does crying work?
No. Oh, let's get to the topic today. Yeah. Thank you for reminding me. So, Bicameral Sexual Congress. So, I do want to mention that there is a chance that if you have vastly different...
Hold up. Speaking of different political stuff.
Yeah.
Europe. They have
the
prime
European-
ministers, houses of lords. I'm like, what is this, Game of Thrones?
Are you having trouble navigating?
Yes.
Oh, I found a trash.
I hope she's not listening because I love her. But Dolly really didn't do me any favors with regards to like training on international culture.
Have you ever
There's no Cracker Barrels over there.
Have you ever rented out like a line dancing or country western?
Thanks
type
for the
of
follow-up
event?
question.
Yes. My employees are trained in a variety of dances just for that occasion.
Oh wow! Do you know any dances?
I do. I know the foxtrot and
Yeah?
the tango.
Do you know any European dances?
I'm sure I have some somewhere tucked away, but none come to mind.
Well, check your spreadsheet.
Now, I don't want to check your spreadsheet.
I'm sure she runs her entire business off a spreadsheet.
That sounded really
That's
rude.
true.
Check your spreadsheet.
That's rude.
Yeah, it's like check your privilege or something. Anyways,
I want 2 bumper stickers on the back of my car. One says "Sheep don't judge." The other says "Check your spreadsheet."
I don't want to get too personal, but have you ever had to rent out your services for an event that you personally was holding? Does that make sense?
Yeah, like for
Like your own birthday party.
your holiday Christmas party for your company.
Yeah. Well, that'd be awkward.
I really don't.
I'd love to go, boss, but I'm working there.
I really don't like to talk about it,
Mm-hmm.
but I have had to work a family reunion in the past.
Your own family reunion?
Yes.
I don't know how that works.
Why are you laughing? She's obviously she's obviously being vulnerable here.
I'm really, really sorry.
Where was this family reunion?
Yeah.
This was in Suffolk,
Oh.
and I'm sadly estranged from about half of my family right now.
No. Yeah, I'm so sorry for
Sometimes when it comes to like Suffolk, estrangement can be a blessing.
That's another good bumper sticker. Estrangement can be a blessing. Leviticus 9:14.
Just blessed estrangement.
Have you ever kind of like fallen in love at one of these things, or like met a really good friend, or became adopted? You know.
I was not adopted, but I have made some close, real relationships.
See, that's great.
Now, I do have to keep my distance because the reasons that people use these services are typically because they work in a type of job or they have opinions that make them incredibly unlikable. And so, I get to know them very well working with them, but
Like hosting a sex
I don't necessarily want to be seen with them.
Oh, I gotcha.
Yeah, kind of like people that host a sex podcast.
It's quite like that.
Who's the most like awful, like despicable person you've had to work for or staff?
There was a lady named Jane. She works for parking services at Old Dominion University. And
she had a hard time making friends?
She did. She, unfortunately, they have a very strict requirement to hand out tickets for cars that have been on the street for more than an hour.
She should put her personal cell phone number on some of those tickets.
And her address.
I bet she'd strike up some friendships. Maybe I should get into the friendship advice business.
I think what you're doing right now is perfectly suited with your talents.
Yeah, but it's not going to last forever. The park's going to open. I'm going to need a fallback job.
So you said this is a small, you're the owner-operator business, and it started off small, but it's growing and growing. What did you first start off doing? What kind of events?
So I first started bribing my stepson's friends to come to his birthday parties.
God, I hate a stepson.
So,
sadly, that is part of the reason that we're now estranged.
It's like everything coming out of my mouth is a bumper sticker.
It is.
God, I hate a stepson.
Have you ever, I'm interviewing you now. Have you ever been a bumper sticker maker?
No, I've often dreamt of it, but I never had the courage.
You think
something like starting Euro Disney seemed realistic, like I could accomplish it, but bumper stickers?
I think Dolly Parton is probably looking for someone to expand her marketing.
She's got a huge tour bus, a lot of bumper.
A whole lot of bumper. I do good Dolly Parton too. What are your...
Check out this bumper. You can put that on a bumper sticker.
That one's not good. What are your dreams?
Thank you.
My dreams are to continue to have this business flourish. And, I hope that one day that I have the time that I can hand off the managerial role and really get back to attending these events regularly.
Are you going to keep in the family and maybe hand it off to your stepson, or?
No, he has opened a competing business.
Oh, what a dick!
Yes, he discovered that I had been bribing his friends.
So there's like two sides now.
And now he owns
two sides.
Ben's Rent-A-Friend.
Oh, wait. Two sides. Two sides. Two sides to every argument. The topic of the day! The topic of the day! Yes, okay. Oh, okay, the topic of the day. Yes, that makes me think of the topic of the day, which is Bicameral Sexual Congress. Everybody knows that a sex is usually between one human and another human.
When you say the word Congress, and that just reminds me of some of my clients.
I was going to ask. Ted Cruz?
Ted Cruz.
Ted Nugent?
We are in conversations that hasn't come to fruition yet. My number one customer is Mitch McConnell.
I would think he could just spend time with his chins.
Inside his shell?
They're like, sir, you have to have 4 people to play golf here. He's like, 1, 2, 3, 4. He's pointing at his chins. We don't have video here, so you can't see it.
It's just not the same as forced, uncomfortable conversation.
True.
Yeah.
How about Maxine Waters? Does she have trouble?
Oh, no. Friends? I've never heard from her.
Which is good.
She's probably in a line dancing
yes. She has a social network of her own.
That's good.
Oh, God. Yeah, so a lot of, political people.
Oh, yes.
Mm-hmm. I don't even believe the people around, when Mitch McConnell's at a press conference, the people in the background, you probably pay them. They're not real people.
I can't speak publicly about this, but...
So, I hear your voice, and it just screams fun.
I appreciate that, Delilah.
I'm here to live. I'm here to... life isn't going to happen to me. I'm going to happen to life. And I'm just dying to know, what do you do for fun?
Yeah.
I bet it's extreme.
You were getting so good at interviewing now.
I bet you're like a living Mountain Dew Code Red commercial.
I do like to enjoy myself outside of work. You've caught me. I try to have a very lively lifestyle so that I have things that I can talk about or pretend to have in common with people whose events I attend. I've taken up mountain biking, extreme diving.
If you get really good at pretending to have things in common with people, I would suggest a podcast. That's kind of what we do here every week.
Let's do a little trial. Let's see how good you are. Let's put your skills to the test. Let's say...
Hold up.
What?
We've got a segment. segment of his imagination.
We haven't had a segment in a while, have we?
It's about time.
All right, so we're gonna play, and let's put you two against each other. 'Cause Delilah's usually pretty awful at this stuff, so you'll probably.
I'm awful, but I'm competitive as hell.
All right, so I'll put you in different situations, and then you have to try to like ingratiate yourself. I hope I use that word appropriately into the conversation. All right, so we'll start off with you. Okay, so let's say you're at a Jurassic Park themed 9-year-old birthday party, and Delilah's here. Go.
Delilah, I'm so excited to be participating in your birthday today. And I just want you to know that life finds a way.
Listen, this is a 9-year-old's birthday party. I'm like 23.
All right, ding. I don't think you got that one. Okay, Delilah, your party. Okay, this is a very fancy yacht party, and it turns into a Roman-themed bacchanalian where everyone has an orgy at the end of the night. Go.
Hello, love. Who shall you be orgying with later?
Oh, Thurston, I'm afraid I've already obligated myself to Earl.
Oh, well, isn't that just a lucky thing that orgies don't have obligations?
Okay, you actually did pretty well with that one.
New bumper sticker. There's no obligations in orgies.
Okay, let's go with you. Okay, you are in a Beatles-themed restaurant. It's an opening of a Beatles-themed restaurant. Go.
Oh, my. I never thought I'd see the day. I'll take the Abbey Road special, please.
Okay, well, listen, save room for dessert because we're going to the Monkeys-themed restaurant after this.
Okay, I think you won her over, or she won you over. How does this work? Okay, Delilah, you are.
Yeah, I'm still not sure what the goal is here, but it's fun.
Okay, you are at a pizza eating competition in Long Island. Go.
Well, that's 7. Think I can do 8?
I said no anchovies. I'm allergic to anchovies.
Oh,
Honey, I'll brush my teeth. There goes 8.
okay. Wow, you are really good at your job, and Delilah, you are not very good.
I'm stuffed.
You're still at the pizza eating competition.
I gotta admit, I didn't save room for Monkey's dessert.
So why is your stepson trying to compete with you now? Like, what is his whole shtick? What does he do differently than you?
Well, so it started because he found out that I'd been bribing his friends,
Right.
and he was angry at me, but he also realized that it was a very promising business model. And so he decided to open up his own business. His, I would say, is not quite as highbrow.
Yeah.
He's still getting off the ground. He still goes to all of his own events. And frankly, he just does not have the breadth and depth of life experience to make him a good conversationalist.
This may be
Absolutely.
This may not be politically correct. But I've used his services, and I apologize for
Are
that.
you serious?
But I'm done with them because most of his people don't speak English. I'm like,
Wait.
it's hard to build a friendship through Google Translate.
Wait.
When did you use Ben's services?
Yeah.
I was in a bind. I had a dinner with the Prime Minister of Croatia, who's a huge Dolly Parton fan, and he's a big square dancer. But you have to bring your own square. And I was traveling alone.
It's
And,
very literal of you.
I needed 3 people who could square dance, so I called your place. Nobody answered, and I had to call your brother or your son.
My
or
stepson?
Stepson. And he delivered, but they couldn't speak, they couldn't dance, and they really made an ass of me in front of the Prime Minister.
Well, see, that's why you don't hire
get what you
people
pay
you don't
for.
know. You get
And if you go through our website, rensrentafriend.com,
rensrentafriend.com.
we respond very promptly.
Okay, well, I don't know. I don't think they have the internet in Croatia.
There's something funny going on with these. What? You see that thing on that sheep? There's a little tag on it. Oh my god!
I'm about to tag it.
This sheep says Ren's Rent a Friend. These sheep are from your service?
It's experimental. I just thought we needed a little bit more atmosphere
Oh
here.
my god! How many real sheep are there, and how many rent a sheep are there?
This farm how they conduct their business is their own personal matters. But
I was lied to.
I did bring 15 of my own.
I felt like me and the sheep had a connection, and now I'm like, I don't even know what to believe now.
God, yeah, I was liking you, sheepy. God, well, do people feel this way? Do you ever get found out like that somebody had friends come in? You know,
are you like the Ashton Kutcher of friendships?
It depends on the event. So for funerals, typically the organizer has an idea that the deceased was not a likable person, and so they're aware of it from the get-go.
Okay.
And the other people are grieving, so they don't really pay all that much attention.
What about the fun parties? Did they ever like, hey, wait a minute, you're on the clock? Did they ever find you guys out?
That has happened, yes.
Oh, are they pissed off?
It's uncomfortable.
I'm just thinking about updating my will when I get home. The only people I want at my funeral are you two and some runner friends.
I can bring the sheep if you'd like.
Oh yeah.
Jury's still out.
They'll probably be dead by the time you're dead.
I don't know. I'm not taking very good care of myself. A lot of free food over there.
Oh my God. Yeah. Let's talk about, speaking of dead friends. Wait, were we talking about dead friends?
Dead friends. Yeah.
Bicameral Sexual Congress is our topic of the day, but I'm sorry, we're all out of time. Unfortunately, we will not get to talk about
the actual Congress. We got nothing done. Heyo.
Thank you so much, Ren. Anything else? You already mentioned your website. Anything else you want to plug? Any other final words for our listeners out there?
We are trying to bring in some more exotic animals in the next 6 months. So if you need any ostriches or giraffes, any endangered species, we're really expanding.
You're like preaching to the choir, because Dolly wants some crazy ass exotic animals,
like dinosaurs. Those don't exist.
I'm like, that's just a movie, Dolly.
All right, that's it for the Sexperts. I'm your host, Dr. John T. Alaniz, CPM.
And I'm Delilah Haydair, and not only will Dolly always love you, but so will I.
See you sex time.
Bye.
Data to do it simply true. We're the Sexperts.
That's our show. If you like what you heard and you think it was worth $1, join the official Sexperts fan club at patreon.com/Sexperts podcast. A special thanks to the Push Comedy Theater and all of our supporters. Bye-bye.